Burst of Destiny is the next core set that's to come out in Japan in a week, and it comes out in English in the TCG in I think it comes out near the end of October. They had a live stream, is what they usually do when before a set comes out to show and kind of reveal the new cards that they've been saving. Just looking at them right now, Revolver is the legacy support character for the Brains era. They chosen him, and he got legacy support for his Rokket/Borrel cards in this. Um, it took them a really long time to show these cards. We got Dual Wheel Dragon, Borrel Riot Dragon, and Heavy Trigger really early. I think it was like almost 2 months ago at this point. And they really were hesitant to show his new cards, which makes me kind of worried because generally when they refuse to show or reveal cards that people get really excited about, like Starving Venomy Dragon when it came to the OCG and the TCG and the Animation Chronicle pack, whenever they tend to reveal those last, it's because the cards are usually really bad. So I'm hoping that's not the case for these, but at the same time I'm kind of worried because why would they just not reveal them early with the rest of the Rokket cards, you know? Just looking at it though from the live stream, I can see Borrel Dragon and Topologic Bomber Dragon. This makes me really happy because I think Borrel Code is supposed to be a representation of both Borrel monsters and Topologic monsters because Code is the attack name for all of the Topologic Link monsters. All of them have Code in their name, so I think it's supposed to be Borrel Code Dragon, which is supposed to symbolize both of them, which makes me really happy. And just looking at the cards right away, I'll just take a look at them now. There are also Destiny Heroes and Machina cards that I'll take a look later, but yeah, let's just look at the Rokket cards. So the first card here I see is Reloaded Cylinder. This card makes me really happy, not because, regardless of what's the fact, because it's a homage to Magic Cylinder. For people who don't know, Revolver is a character who uses very old legacy trap cards. Some of them not so great anymore, some of them still being really good. He uses stuff like Mirror Force and Magic Cylinder, which aren't that great anymore, but he also uses Imperial Order, which is still a really insanely good card. So yeah, regardless of whether or not this card is good, I just really like how they, just make a reference to Magic Cylinder. You can only use this card's second effect once per turn. Set one Magic Cylinder from your deck or graveyard directly to your field. If you set it from the deck, it can be activated during this turn, which is pretty good because you can use it, but not that great because Magic Cylinder is not that good a card. When you activate Magic Cylinder, you can banish this card from your graveyard, double the damage it inflicts to its effect inflicts to your opponent. Like I said, this isn't really that good. Maybe you can get some cheeky wins out of it, but most of the time you're not going to be ending a duel. Yu-Gi-Oh is just too fast at this point. Also, this is a trap card. It cares about the battle phase. Those two things, the speed of the game has just accelerated to the point where this will not be too relevant. Probably in casuals it'll be a cool card, but competitively I don't really like it that much. But like I said, I love the art and I love the reference. Magic Cylinder is really cool. The next card is Bullet Caliber or Rokket Caliber. It's a level 4 Dark Dragon Tuner effect monster, which is pretty interesting for Rockets because they already have Tracer. And, but another Dark Tuner would be nice for them. Although you can't summon this off Tracer and then go directly Synchro into this, but, it's still being a Dark level 4 tuner is amazing, so. You can only special summon this card with its name first effect once per turn. You can only use a second effect once per turn. Okay, pretty standard. You can special summon this card from your hand to a zone a Dark Dragon Link monster point, or to a zone a Dark Link monster points to, which is pretty easy, although it's, I guess it just acts as another Dragon Extender in that sense, but there are already a lot of cards that do that have easier summoning mechanics than this, or special summoning, methods on this, so it's this card's okay. You contribute this card, special summon one Dark Dragon or Machine monster from your hand, except Rokket Caliber. Why do they care about machines? I don't think Rockets or Topologics care about machines, because if I'm not mistaken, all the Rokket monsters are dragons that don't have machines, and I also believe all Topologics are Cybers. Is this secretly Cyberdark somewhere? This is pretty cool, but oh boy, I can see what they're trying to do with this. Its summoning method is a bit worse than other ones because it has to be to a zone a Dark Link monster points to, where something like Noctivision Dragon is a better extender because it will just special summon it when you special summon a Dark Dragon monster, and then it will when it's sent to the grave as Link material, draw a card, which is a lot better than this. This isn't too bad though. There was another card called Dual Dragon. Its effect is when you contribute this card on the field to special summon 2 Rockets from your graveyard, and then you banish it from the grave, you can add a Heavy Trigger or Rapid Trigger from your deck, which are the Ritual and Fusion spell cards for this archetype. So I guess how they want you to summon Dual Wheel Dragon, because Dual Wheel Dragon can't special summon itself anymore. It doesn't, or not anymore at all, because it doesn't have an effect to special summon itself. And LP is banned, so you're not going to be able to special summon from the deck using that way. So I guess the way they intend it, if you have like Rocket Tracer and another card, you can like summon the Rocket. Well, you can actually just summon the Rocket Tracer, make Striker Dragon effect to add a revolving boot sector, activate boot sector, use Striker Dragon to pop itself to add the Tracer back, special summon the Tracer with the effect of revolving boot sector, pop the boot sector, special summon Rocket Caliber, and then tribute the Caliber, special summon the dual wield, and then get rid of the strike or the Tracer Dragon somehow, and then special summon both from the graveyard. Like I understand like what they're trying to do, but I just don't think that's like very good. Like you have to hard draw the dual wield dragon because it's not searchable and it's not a rocket monster, so you can't summon it easily. This card isn't the worst, but I wouldn't say it's the best either. I like it overall. I think its art's really cool too, but like overall, I think it's just it's an alright card. The next monster, the card that I've been like really looking forward to is Barrel Code Dragon. Like I said, I think this is like, it's a Link 3. I mean, I was expecting it to be. I was really hoping it wouldn't be a Link 4 or a 5 because I don't want it to conflict with Borrel Dragon or Borrel End Dragon. But I thought it'd be really cool if it was a Link 6, even though that'd be really hard to summon. But yeah, it's a Link 3. I understand why they did it because, like I said, they don't want to make it competition to whether or not you summon Borrel, Borrel Sword, or any Link 4 because Access Code Talker is like just the best Link 4 right now, and there's really no reason to summon like that. Unless this card is just even more insane. So I understand why they made Link 3. So you can only use this card's second and third effects once per turn. Can't be destroyed by card effects while a Link monster points to it. That's kind of not that good. Protection effects, like there's so many ways to get around cards that destroy. Like a lot of cards just banish, and some cards just send, so this protection effect isn't that great. At the start of the damage step, if you link summon this card using 3 monsters as material, battles an opponent's monster, you can destroy all monsters on the field. Wow, this sucks. I don't even know why you have, why do you have to use 3 monsters for this? And then it has to battle an opponent's monster, and then it destroys all monsters on the field. That hurts you too. I don't really understand why you use this. Dark Hole, in my opinion, is just way better. This is just Dark Hole with more steps, and there's already so many ways to get rid of your opponent's monsters that nuking your own board is not that good. Yeah, I don't really like the first. Hopefully the third effect's really good. You can banish this card from your graveyard. Banish 1 dark monster on the field with 3,000 or more attack. If you special summon one topologic monster from your extra deck or graveyard. Yeah, I'm not really feeling this too much. Here's the thing: the topologic monsters used to be really good because the whole gimmick behind topologic monsters is when a monster is special summoned to a zone a Link monster points to, whereas in Trustbana, the monster has to be special summoned directly to Trustbana. Topologic Bomber and Zero Boris just need a monster to be special summoned to a Link zone. Period. It doesn't have to be theirs. That was really good in Master Rule 4 because you had to summon an extra deck monster, like a Synchro, an Xyz, a Fusion, or another Link monster, to a zone a Link monster points to. That was in Master Rule 4. In Master Rule 5, you don't have to do that anymore. So, the Topologics just lost a lot of their value. Obviously, you can trigger them yourself, but, one of the strongest effects is, to put your opponent under the pressure of your own topologic monster. If they can just ignore it during their turn, all they have to worry about is you triggering their effects, once, probably once, maybe twice on your turn, and then after that, they're fine. There's so many ways to do one-card combos in Yu-Gi-Oh! That, this isn't that, topologics aren't that strong. This card isn't very good. I love the art, though. I think it's awesome that they combine the topologic and Borrel monsters. I find it really cool. And I'm really glad this one's in Link 4, because, like I said, it would just be in competition with Borrel, Borrel Sword, Access Code. Access Code's probably the best one of these, so yeah. Really love the art, and the card effect not so much. And the last card, it's the last card, is Detonation Code. Roll a topologic Link monster, you can target 1 Dark Dragon Machine or Cyberse monster in your graveyard, except the Link monster special summon it. Wow, they are referencing machines a lot. I don't think Topologics or Rockets have any machines. I don't think Revolver used any machines anyway. Too good. It's basically just saying trigger Topologic monsters on your opponent's turn, but you probably had a really easy way of doing that already. It's not too hard to special summon a monster during your opponent's turn these days. During the standby phase of the next turn, after this card is banished from the spell and trap zone, you can set this card to your field. Yeah, I get the point, because if you banish this with Tristbania or Zero Varos, they want you to be able to reset it so you can just trigger their effects again. I understand the point of this card, it's just not very good. Also, you can only use both effects once per turn. Yeah, these aren't too good. I didn't expect them to be crazy. Like I said, generally when Konami reveals cards that people would be excited for last, it generally means the cards are really bad. Yeah, unfortunately, these are not too good. Overall, in the competitive scene, I really like a lot of these cards though. Reload Cylinder, I think as a reference to Magic Cylinder is just awesome. I really love Borrel Code Dragon because it's like an amalgamation of both the Borrel and the Topologic, which are monsters that Revolver used in Vrains. Like I think that's really cool. I love the art in Rocket Caliber. Don't really care too much about Detonation Gun, but it's cool that they like Konami actually remember Topologics when they're making a support, not just the Rockets and Borrels. And the old cards like Dual Wield, Borrel, Right, and Heavy Trigger. Like I can see why they revealed those first because those cards are like the better of these, and these cards were like not that great. So yeah, in terms of like reference though and like lore, I love these cards, but like in competitive play, like they're not too good. Maybe we'll see some play if people really want to play Dragon Links, but like overall they're not too good.